Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
We've probably got the biggest news that we've seen come out of this case since it started, really. For the last year, while we've been listening to Jeremy Hogan and John Deaton and all these attorneys talking about this case, one thing they kept saying was how important the fair notice defense was. And the SEC, I'm no attorney, but I'm just telling you the way I understand it. The SEC had filed a motion to dismiss the Ripple's fair notice defense, meaning they didn't want them to be able to come in and say, well, you didn't give us enough notice, because they know they didn't give Ripple any notice that they were selling a security or anything like that. They never gave them any notice, okay? And so all along, these attorneys have said that is such a huge deal. It's such a big deal if Ripple wins that, okay? And I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back and show you something that Jeremy Hogan had said back months ago about how important and how big a deal this thing was. But first, let me show you what happened yesterday. So yesterday, James Phelan put this out. Breaking: individual defendants' motions to dismiss are denied. And then, this was I think the one where Chris Larson, I actually forgot to pull up the one about the fair notice defense, but this one right here, I believe, is the one where Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse's cases were not dismissed. That was the other order that happened yesterday. So that's what that is. But the big one was the fair notice. Eleanor Terrett had weighed in on this. Breaking statement from Ripple General Counsel Stuart Alderoty. He said this to Fox Business. Today's order confirms that there is a serious question as to whether the SEC ever provided Ripple with fair notice that its distributions of XRP since 2013 would ever be prohibited under the securities laws. We will continue to fight hard in defending this case so that the industry can get the needed clarity it deserves to move forward and thrive. And while we could have preferred the case against, would have preferred the case against Brad and Chris to end now, the court has decided to make the SEC prove its claims. We are confident that ultimately all the SEC's claims will be dismissed. And then Stuart Alderoty tweeted himself. He says, today's order, okay, I think she just quoted most of that. But then you got this from Brad Garlinghouse. He says, if you weren't paying attention then, you should now. Huge win for Ripple today. And while we have preferred the cases against Chris, and now SEC must now prove its claims. We're confident that ultimately all of them will be dismissed. So he's basically saying the same thing Stuart Alderoty said here. But this is big. Huge win. Okay? Now, Jeremy Hogan weighed in, and then I'm going to show you a video of the clip. See, a lot of people, even after yesterday, they don't understand just how significant this is. Boom. And I don't use that term lightly. The SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense is denied. This is the one I've been waiting for. Now the SEC has something to lose, folks. And this is the other part of this. This is why it's so baffling that the Chamber of Digital Commerce, the Blockchain Association, they're all pro-Bitcoin, Ethereum, and they have not weighed in to help Ripple in any way. They haven't helped John Deaton in any way. But this is for the whole industry. And the only reason that they would not get involved is because they feel like Bitcoin and Ethereum are already protected somehow. That's the only reason that they would not get involved in this. And it's disgusting. A lot of people ought to be ashamed of themselves, because when you watch this, I went and pulled one of Jeremy Hogan's videos, and if you want to go watch the whole video, it's on his YouTube channel. In fact, let me pull his YouTube channel up so you can see what it's called.
Hello, happy Memorial.
You can go and you can subscribe. He's Legal Briefs. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you this clip I pulled out, which I thought was the best part of it. Listen to this.
One more super important thing I want you to understand about the fair notice defense. I think Ripple's argument that its sales of XRP were not a security are stronger than its fair notice defense, but I think the fair notice defense might be more important, and here's why. The U.S. follows the rule of stare decisis, meaning that rulings from upper courts control the lower courts. The Kick Interactive case is from a same-level court, so it's persuasive authority, but it's not binding. If the ruling was from an appellate court, which is a higher court, the ruling would be binding on the Ripple court, which is a lower court. So if Ripple wins on the fair notice defense, it becomes persuasive authority for any crypto company the SEC sues from this point forward. If the fair notice defense survives and Ripple wins, the SEC is going to have an uphill battle winning any other lawsuits they bring. But wait, it's even bigger than that. Listen to this. Even if Ripple loses the fair notice defense, they can appeal the ruling. And if an appellate court determines that Judge Torres was wrong and Ripple did not have fair notice, then the SEC is now really in trouble, because that ruling is binding on every crypto lawsuit that comes along. For the most part, the SEC will not be able to bring any more crypto lawsuits, and the SEC is funded by the fines from these lawsuits. So if that happens, well, read between the lines. So the fair notice defense is the main thing right now. It's the thing that is applying pressure to the SEC. It's pressure that's the key. It's the defense that the SEC is most worried about, for good reason, and it's the defense that could potentially save the industry from the SEC, and it's the defense that would lead to the case settling or resolving before a hearing on summary judgment. Pay attention to what happens to it. The other stuff that's going on is important, but this is the issue to watch.
So you can see now Gary Gensler, who wants to control all of crypto, is in a position that you either make this case go away, or you risk not being able to go after anybody in crypto, because everybody would be saying, "Oh, fair notice." And so give him subscribe. That was a great clip covering this. John Deaton also weighed in. This with a favorable Judge Netburn ruling on the Hinman speech, emails, and Estabrook notes, and huge momentum for Ripple. So back to those Hinman emails. I'll say it again. We're never gonna see those emails. This thing is over. The second that judge says you show these emails, over. And it might be over already, folks. This thing could be cooked after yesterday. Charles Gasparino got on Liz Clayman, and he was talking about it.
Between the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple. Joining us now with the latest is Charlie Gasparino.
Okay, so I believe I got my hands around this. Some of the stuff is a little technical, but As part of the case, so SEC sues Ripple saying it used XRP as a security and it should have registered it. Thus,
Therefore, it's not a currency.
and therefore no exchange will take it. You can't, your value goes down dramatically. And but Ripple has said that the SEC did this out of the blue, and they filed a motion to have the case dismissed because the SEC didn't give it fair warning that that XRP was considered a security. Okay, bear with me here. The SEC filed a motion to get that motion dismissed. The judge said, no, that motion could stay. He still has to rule on a motion of fair notice, that whether or not Ripple was given fair notice. Now, if the SEC loses the motion, and then it obviously did today on loses the motion to get it thrown out, it has to lose the motion if it loses the motion that it did not give fair notice, this case probably is over. And that's why you see that there's a greater likelihood this case could get thrown out based on this ruling. And that's what you're seeing right now. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying when you unpack all this, the motion to get this case dismissed filed by Ripple, this is the way I understand it, because the SEC didn't give it fair notice while it was issuing that XRP, that it was an illegal issuance of that XRP, sale of that XRP, I should say. That can stay, and there is still a chance the judge can rule in Ripple's favor, saying that USEC screwed up by not giving it fair notice. This case is out. Ripple wins. I mean, that's the bet you're seeing now. That's why it's popping.
And by the way, Bitcoin is down 2.6%. You've got Ethereum down, Ethereum's down, but XRP is moving on this.
Here's the thing, we got a couple of things here. Ripple tells Fox Business they believe the motion will lead to all SEC claims ultimately being dismissed.
That could be wishful thinking, but I get it.
I get it. I mean, it's kind of what I'm telling you. We have John Deaton, one of the private securities lawyers.
Alright, he's bringing up John Deaton. Here's part 2, you'll hear that part.
Private securities lawyers that is aiding Ripple in the case because he's an XRP holder. It's pretty, John doesn't boast, he doesn't BS. Okay, he calls it kind of straight. As big a win as this is for Ripple, it's even a bigger loss for the SEC. I think it kind of is, because the judge is saying there's some reasonable grounds that you didn't give them a fair notice. So we're going to keep it in there and I'll decide on it. So just keep in mind, I don't tell people to buy anything based on this, but net, it's a good ruling for the XRP holders and for Ripple. So just keep that in mind. Let's go to pivot a little bit to payment for order flow. Do you know, John?
Alright. And then we Charles Gasparino himself had retweeted that video from Tim R614 and said this: net significant victory for Ripple on XRP mattered because Ripple can now use lack of fair notice from SEC as a defense and possible use to get case tossed. This might just be game over, folks. I mean, now there was Matt Hamilton had tweeted this out from SXSW. I think that's a conference that's going on right now, and I was looking at the picture and I saw this guy right here. That, my friends, I'm sure of it, that is Bob Way. For those of you that have been around for a while in XRP social media, you will remember Bob Way.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.